besties, and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, hello and welcome. My name is Megan. It's very lovely to have you guys here. I'm about to go to the gym. This is going to be a workout with me video. I haven't done one of these since I think the start of my YouTube, which was like January. My hair is kind of crazy, so I'm super excited. We're going to be doing a leg day, of course, and definitely let me know if you guys want more workout videos. I post a lot of workouts on my Instagram, so if you guys don't follow me on Instagram, I'll pop it right here. It's at Legs with Schmegs if you guys want more content on a consistent basis. I didn't charge my camera a lot, so I'm a little concerned it might die during the workout, so I might have to use my phone for the rest of it, and you might see some quality differences. I apologize, but hopefully she's a soldier. Hopefully she pulls through. I'm gonna be honest, all day I was not in the mood to do anything. I wanted to lay in bed all day. Still very tired. I woke up feeling sick, honestly. Like, okay, so I think what happened is I like wiped the dust off of my fan, but I think it ended up just like dispersing the dust everywhere, and so I like my nose, I just woke up feeling so sick today, like so stuffy, so runny, which is just so irritating. So I haven't been feeling my best, but I just made some pierogies for dinner, a nice juicy dinner. I got my workout clothes on. I have my Women's Best energy drink going, and it's starting to flow through me. I want to get a good workout in. I feel like this workout is going to revive all my feelings. So yesterday was daylight savings, so I'm a little bit like all over the place. It's literally dark now at like 5 p.m., which isn't good for my seasonal, I wouldn't say seasonal depression, but just like, it just makes me sad when it's dark, especially because I like to work out later at night. I feel like the motivation is going to like slowly be declining, and I'm going to need some type of pick-me-up to keep me motivated to go even when it's dark. But I like to go at night because it's a lot less busy than it is during the day. This is my first time bringing my camera to the gym. I'm really nervous about it. Hopefully my camera stays alive. I probably shouldn't be talking this much. I'm just going to head over to the gym and then film what I can with my camera. If it dies, then I'll do it all the rest on my phone. But let's go get this leg day. Let's go get this pump. It's giving cold. Hello besties, time to get into it. We're walking into the gym. It's dark as hell. Shout out daylight savings. We start off always by opening up the hips and really getting mobilized. So here I'm just doing some hip 90-90s. I like to do these for a few rounds to really open my hips up. I like to crack my back while I'm down here. This is just something that, yep, there I go. This is just something that I like to do to really immobilize my hips. I feel like this has helped me a lot. Then we're moving into my next thing that I love to do for mobility. So you can't really see it in this angle, but you'll see it when I turn, if I do turn. But we're just opening those hips a lot more by turning outwards. And also we're kind of stretching out that calf area, that heel area, really getting the ankle mobility going here with the toe points and toe touches. Then we're switching. Now you can see what I'm doing here. So I like to kind of like open the hips up doing that. Keep it open, and then we're opening up and out. I know that that's not very descriptive, but you can see what I'm doing. I've added this as my routine for before squatting, and it's helped me so much. Then next for this, we're going to go into some leg swings. This has also helped me a lot. Becoming more dynamic and intentional with my warm-ups has been something that's helped me a lot. I used to stretch and just do way too big of a stretching regimen. This gets the job done without doing too much. Another thing that I like to do is practice the movement pattern before going into it with the bar. That's what I'm doing here. So I'm squatting down and really opening up my hips, keeping my feet planted, and I like to kind of just, as you guys can see, do that movement pattern, but also move side to side to really open my hips a lot more because my hips are a little bit stiff sometimes, and that's kind of what I like to do to start off. Once I feel good, then I'm going to go in with just the bar. I like to do just the bar for 2 to 3 sets or until I feel warm. And I just like to do 2 to 3 sets of 3 reps each, really focusing and being intentional with each rep. And as you can see, she flies up because I'm feeling good and I'm feeling warm. Now it's time to get into the workout portion. I apologize in advance for believing that my head was even in the shot. I can't even believe it's not, but at least you can see the part that kind of matters more. We're going to start by unracking, and this is my top set. I'm just doing a top single at 225. I recently hit 225, and it's just insane, and I've been working on singles. Then I'm moving down to back down sets. The reason for a top set is so that you can introduce a heavy weight, and then back downs are a way that you can still practice this doing the movement pattern of squats or something like that, but just at a weight that's more manageable to do for more reps. So I did my top single, and then I moved down into 3 sets of 2 in this weight. Then we're moving on into sumo deadlifts, my favorite exercise in the whole wide world. Doing these 2 compounds back to back seems like a lot, so don't overshoot your weight. Do what's comfortable for you, especially if you don't usually do these 2 exercises on the same day, but you will get used to it. For sumo deadlifts, I filmed from both angles, so you'll see from the front here. What we're going to be doing is we're going to get the proper foot positioning, whatever's comfortable, with your toes pointed slightly out, and then we're going to brace our core, really lock the lats, pull the slack out of the bar. That's what I'm doing there, and then just do each of our reps. Between each rep, I like to re-pump and just re-brace to ensure that everything is locked in. I did those for, I think, 4 sets of 3, and now I'm moving into my RDLs. I filmed these from the front in this angle and also from the side for you guys to see better what the hip hinge is. If you guys struggle with the hip hinge, I would definitely practice with a lot lighter weight. I would practice with maybe just a straight bar instead of dumbbells, but essentially you want to keep the path of your arms just going straight down. You're not using your upper body at all for this movement. Do not shrug at the top. It's all being triggered by that lower body hip hinge, so your knees will have a slight bend, and then you're going to be pushing the hips back. Think about if you're sitting back into a chair, if someone's pulling you by the hips, or think about if there's a wall behind you and you're trying to get your butt to hit the wall. That's what you want to think about here, and just feel that stretch and go down to where it feels the best in your hamstrings. Then we are going into some heel elevated goblet squats. I love these so much. They're kind of slept on. I feel like people don't do these enough. I feel like if you don't have access to something like a quad extension machine, or if it's really busy at your gym and you just want to move to the side and do something, this is a great alternative to a quad extension. It front loads the quads, and the heel elevation is just to put a little bit more emphasis on the quads. Here is a front view so you guys can see my toes are pointed slightly out and my heels are up at a slight raise. If you don't have something like this at your gym, you can just use a plate or anything like that. And each rep you want it to keep slow and controlled and really feel it in those quads. Use what weight is appropriate for you, but really just focus on that downwards portion. Now we are going to go into these Bosu ball, what are these called? Bosu ball wall sits. My friend Emily showed me these a while ago, and now I can't get enough of them. But when I say these burn like a bitch, so I just did 3 rounds here of as long as possible on the ball. Sorry, I'm stuttering. I'm trying to do this in one take. But it's so dark up here. Luckily, the camera is kind of adjusting so you guys can see. But I kind of just sit there and vibe. I have my music. I do some toe taps, finger taps. I'm struggling. This is literally one of the best things that you can do to really burn out the quads body weight wise. I honestly struggle more with body weight movements than I do with weighted movements. So this is a fun burnout that I like to do at the end. And we're also going to do a burnout for calves. So that's how I get off the ball, by the way. Now we're going into calf raises. Again, I apologize. I really thought my full body was in this shot. I thought I was killing it with the camera. I was mistaken. It's my bad. I should have brought a real tripod, not that baby-ass tripod. But nonetheless, we're getting into it. So here we have a deficit calf raise. The reason that I'm standing on something is so that I can get a full range of motion and I don't just go straight on the ground. But if you want, you can do it straight on the ground. And then I'm going straight into 5 on each side of a single leg calf raise to really just burn them out. This had me literally dying, guys. It was such an amazing leg day. Had a great pump at the end. At the end, you always got to show off the gains, show off the quad pump, whatever it may be. Fit is Wiith apparel, and the shoes are Notorious Lift. I have codes for both in the description. Hi, besties. Just left the gym. I'm so shocked at this camera. It stayed alive, thank God. But it was such a good workout. I feel a million times better. My nose isn't as stuffy, like my body feels good. I was really shocked at the weight that I was moving today. The main thing on my agenda was the 225 single for squat. It's absolutely insane that I'm hitting 2 plates on squat, because if you guys followed me last year, like at the beginning of my page, I hated squatting. I despised it. I never did it. I think when it comes to working out, we dislike things because they're hard and because like we don't think we can do them, and at least that's how I am. So I never deadlifted because I didn't think I was like ever able to, or I didn't squat because I thought that they were terrible, but really it was just like, it was a fear thing for me. Having weight on my back is something that's very uncomfortable. It still is uncomfortable because it's like, you know, it's on your back. Like I feel like with a deadlift, it's below you, so you can just drop it at any point and it's not as dangerous, but I feel like a squat feels a lot more dangerous to me. Bench feels even more dangerous to me. This past year, I've been working like extremely hard to just like conquer all these fears and slowly try new things and get stronger, and like it's insane how much my strength has progressed, and I'm very proud of myself. I feel like in the past I haven't allowed myself to say I'm proud of myself, or I said, you know, like this is good but it's not good enough, and I've like never like gave myself the praise that I feel like I deserve. But it's been at least like a year now, more than a year of consistent lifting, and this is the first time I felt like truly like 100% confident in my body and in myself, and like it's the first time in my life where I like really don't give a crap how I look, and I care more about like being strong, and I care more about doing things right and trying new things and like growing in the gym. And it's like a really refreshing shift because I feel like for the longest time all I cared about was aesthetics and growing my butt and growing my legs, and like I still care about that obviously, but I've realized that there's been so many more gains to my body when I just focused on getting strong and I didn't focus on just like how I looked. And getting stronger is like so empowering for me. I feel like I'm very goal oriented, and so I always need to be kind of working towards something. So earlier in the year I was working towards deadlifts, and then in the summer I just wanted to take some time off, and then now I'm working towards squat, and maybe I'll work towards bench one day. Bench is definitely like my weakest point, but obviously we always have areas to work on, and as long as you're working towards something, I think that it's always worthwhile. For anybody who is wanting to get stronger in squats, I would say 100% squat twice a week. No matter how much you hate it, commit to squatting twice a week. Have one day where you do normal squats, one day where you do pause squats, and I promise you guys are going to see so many differences once you do that consistently for a month to 2 months. I know it sounds corny, but the quote, if it doesn't challenge you, it won't change you, living by that lately, because I feel like I never stepped out of my comfort zone enough to even grow or like progress further, and now that I have, I feel so much more like in tune with myself and empowered, and I feel like there's just like more of a reason to show up all the time, because it's like, oh my god, these are all these things that I never thought I'd be able to do. I never thought I'd be able to squat 2 plates, and now I'm squatting 2 plates. Never thought I'd be able to deadlift more than 135. I've deadlifted 300 this year. Like, it's just crazy to notice how much you can grow, and I just want to say this not to gloat about myself, but more so to like inspire you guys to say like, no matter what's holding you back, no matter what you think you can't do, I promise you can do more than you think. And it all kind of starts with like a mindset shift, being committed and believing in yourself, and slowly and surely it will come. Don't ego lift, guys. Like, my biggest thing with my page is like, we're not ego lifting, we're taking our time, and I feel like it's important to remember that your progress is nobody else's. Just because someone's hitting a PR doesn't mean you need to be hitting a PR. Just because somebody is hitting 2 plates doesn't mean that needs to be your goal. I feel like everybody's goals need to be oriented towards what they want for themselves. I think a lot of my audience is similar to me in that we want to be strong, we want to be thick, we want to look good, but we also just want to like love ourselves and empower ourselves, and I feel like that's the space here. A lot of us are in college, a lot of us have a lot of jobs, have a lot of things going on, and it's hard to balance everything. Like, just being 1,000,000% transparent, it's so hard to balance stuff, and I think that's where we all kind of relate. And I know a lot of people say they love following me because of that, because I'm also in college and because I have similar habits to them, or I have similar goals to them, and so it's really nice that we can all share a space and be there for each other. So I just want to tell you guys, if you guys are feeling doubtful, if you feel in a rut, if you're just feeling discouraged, like, push through, you can do this. And if you don't really feel like you have anyone support-wise in your life, like a support system, a friend, like, I'm here for you. Just DM me, okay? I've had so many girls DM me saying, you know, like, I don't really have anyone to push me or motivate me. Like, I'm here for you guys. I want to do that. You can send me form videos. I will answer on Instagram, I promise. Like, I'm here to help, and I'm just here to like be that person that I needed when I needed to push myself further. I just went on a whole ass tangent. If you watch this far, I love you, but I need to leave because it's so freaking late. It's actually only 10 o'clock, but it's so dark now. I have homework to do. I have to take a shower. I have to like do a bunch of stuff, so I'm gonna go home. But I really appreciate you guys. I love you guys, and let me know if you guys want more fitness content on YouTube. I know I do a lot on Instagram. Also, I apologize in advance if any of the angles are bad. At the gym, I only brought this like baby tripod. It's like this tall, and I didn't even think about it, but I was like, honestly, these angles are atrocious. So next time I'll bring my real tripod. It's just like was really overwhelming for me to bring the camera in. I was feeling very overwhelmed. I was feeling anxious about it all. So, and I know people were probably like, what the hell is she doing with the camera in there? Hopefully more videos will be coming soon. Hopefully the quality and everything turns out nice when it is posted. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!